On Mountain News this morning, businesses in our region are affected by supply shortages caused by the pandemic, and Governor Andy Beshear celebrates a record-breaking week for economic development in the Commonwealth.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Well, good morning again at 6 o'clock on this Friday morning. It's time to get moving. And speaking of moving, let's move on over to Letcher County with Brandon Robinson. Brandon, a very comfortable start to the morning. I don't know if it's really cold. I guess I wasn't paying attention because I kind of woke up late, so I was running into the station. So
I mean,
typical.
That's fair. I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing surprises me when it comes to you anymore, Dakota. But yeah, no, it is fairly comfortable out there when we start the day today. And again, we're going to be seeing some nice conditions for the most part. Touch of fog out there this morning. Did you see that when you were on your way in? I mean, there was fog outside the station, so surely you saw that.
I saw that. Yeah. It was good.
Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure. All right. Just double checking. UVA-wise, no fog there this morning on the camera in Southwest Virginia. Let's scoot on down to Norton, right there along US 23. No fog there at the intersection as well. Going to continue to watch that trend through the morning hours. Still in the 50s area-wide from 50 in Jonesville and Irvin and Hazard. Also Logan, Prestonsburg too. Again, 50 a popular number to 59 there in Moorhead. There are only hangover there or holdout because we're still seeing those upper 50s in Jackson and down toward Jacksboro this morning. So we're keeping an eye on that. 70 in Atlanta, 73 Memphis, 59 though in Indianapolis, 46 in Pittsburgh, 35 in Roanoke this morning, and 70 at Myrtle Beach. 74 our average high this time of the year, 78 our forecast high, and we were still in that hot stretch of weather back this time 2 years ago in 2019. 97 was the record today 2 years ago. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Local Eastern Kentucky businesses are being hit with high demand from customers, but the supplies are hard to get due to the pandemic. Our Jade Saylor spoke with business owners about how they are being affected.
When the pandemic began, local businesses were suffering from the shortage of customers. A year and a half later, that is no longer the case, but they are encountering a new problem.
It becomes an issue with demand to meet the supply where we didn't used to have these issues.
Demand for the products are high, but supplies are hard to get, which is a big problem for H&D heating supply owner Jamie Nichols.
Basically anything that has to come from overseas is a slow get here.
Not only has the pandemic affected the availability of products, but customers are panic buying some of the items in bulk.
Filters is real hard to get because of the pandemic. Everybody's changing them often.
And one of the biggest issues owners are seeing is prices are skyrocketing to even get these already scarce products.
Some prices is more than doubled on things.
Sheet metal is a popular product at H&D Heating Supply. It can be used for shipping, car manufacturing, medical and electronic parts, and more.
That sheet metal it's went from $15 a sheet to up over $100 a sheet.
Stephen Prosser, the owner of Hazard Coffee Company, says they are trying to wait it out without increasing prices for customers. But coffee lovers, you may be coughing up a bit more money for your daily fix if this doesn't end soon.
The cost per pound for importing coffee has increased about 50 cents a pound.
Both owners are trying to stay rational with ordering products to save their customers' bank accounts. In Hazard, Jade Saylor, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Jamie Nichols at H&D Heating Supply says the best thing local businesses can do is not overpay to overstock. He is hopeful the prices and product availability will return to normal sooner rather than later. The Commonwealth's COVID-19 numbers continue to decline. Governor Andy Beshear announced 2,510 new cases of COVID yesterday, increasing the statewide total to 691,363. There were 53 new deaths reported as well, bringing the death toll to 8,770. The positivity rate is just a little more than 10%. You can always find the latest COVID-19 information over on WYMT.com. Well, the governor celebrated a record-breaking week for economic development in the Commonwealth yesterday. During his weekly Team Kentucky update, the governor highlighted a major partnership with the Ford Motor Company, along with several projects across the state that will create jobs and put Kentucky at the forefront of innovative industries.
Now we're starting to work on these projects that are transforming our future and our economy. We will never be a flyover state again, and nobody will ever be able to look down their nose at us ever again.
Now, the governor says many of the new jobs created are environmentally friendly industries. While on the heels of Ford's huge plant announcement bringing 5,000 new jobs this week, the governor is addressing a failed project in eastern Kentucky. Brady Industries promised to build a $1.7 billion aluminum mill in Ashland, but that never happened. State Senator Chris McDaniel says he is planning to file a bill that would make Unity Aluminum, previously Brady Industries, repay tax breaks it got from the state. Governor Beshear says a deep dive into how the project came about needs to happen. The Appalachian Regional Commission announced 40 fellows that will take part in this year's Appalachian Leadership Institute, and out of more than 100 applicants, one local medical professional, well, he made the cut. Dr. John Jones, medical director at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky and Hazard, is being included in the Appalachian Leadership Institution's 2021-2022 class. Now, this program empowers leaders from the 13 Appalachian states, highlighting educators and healthcare professionals among several other career paths. Now, the doctor will participate in a 9-month series of skill-building seminars that will help him impact the Hazard community.
I mean, it was really great to be accepted to the Appalachian Leadership Institute. ARC has done a lot of really good work for our area over many years. So it was really just an honor to get accepted because there were, I think, 115 applicants that they chose from throughout the entire Appalachia region from New York to Georgia. So I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
Now, the program will begin this month and participants will graduate from the program in July of 2022. Well, a Virginia family is set to meet the stranger who saved their son's life. 7-year-old Zeke Pugh is now cancer-free thanks to a bone marrow donor. That person was anonymous until now. The family is meeting the donor in Minneapolis. The organization Be the Match set up the visit as part of their annual fundraising gala. The family is excited to be able to meet the person who changed their lives forever.
I feel like words aren't there to be able to express, obviously, the gratitude and appreciation to this person, but you know, we'll just want to hug them and thank them and do the best we, as whatever we can to express appreciation.
Zeke was diagnosed with blood cancer in 2019. He had been in the hospital for 14 months before receiving the life-saving bone marrow transplant. Well, you have heard the fears that generations of Americans are addicted to their phones, but as Washington Bureau reporter Kyle Madura explains, doctors are now prescribing screen time for those looking to break free from opiates.
There's seemingly an app for everything these days, including hacking the mental elements of drug addiction.
We can't be available to our patients 24/7. The app is.
Bruce Goldman is the Senior Director of Behavioral Health at Zucker Hillside Hospital on Long Island. They began prescribing Risetto as part of a pandemic pilot program. Now, the app is a standard care option.
I'm very pleased to say it's worked remarkably well.
Risetto, which offers lessons for coping with cravings, self-tracking of triggers, and gift card rewards for progress and sobriety, is paired with medication. Goldman says its greatest impact is keeping opiate use disorder patients engaged along their path to recovery and in treatment.
Greatest downside is they won't use it.
Risetto is the only program of its sort to earn FDA approval for treating opiate addiction. A handful of products offer similar promise.
Care that is sometimes as good as or better than clinician-delivered therapy.
But researchers like Dartmouth's Dr. Lisa Marsh say most of the 200 wellness and therapy programs hitting digital marketplaces every day can't make similar claims about effectiveness. She says regulators and benefit managers can help clinicians distinguish between bogus and beneficial apps.
So you're actually getting a clinical grade intervention via software.
Marsh says retaining patients doubles their chances of success. Most apps focus on providing lessons or guidance and don't need a constant internet connection. Newer efforts could analyze a patient's social media and health data to predict when they're at risk of relapse and intervene.
There's a really strong proof of concept in that space right now.
Advances in digital options promise even better results, but no tool can force an unwilling patient to get clean. In Washington, I'm Kyle Madura.
Well, Kyle tried to connect with multiple patients to learn more about their experiences with apps like Resetto, but could not find anyone willing to talk. App Store reviews show users reporting mixed impressions.
6:10 here on this Friday morning, the first day of October, switching over to a new month and with some same old temperatures. We're in the 50-degree club this morning in Irvin, Hazard, Prestonsburg, Logan, and Jonesville this morning. We're still seeing some temperatures in the upper 50s in Moorhead, Jackson, and over toward Jacksboro. Everybody else there in the low to mid 50s. So coffee is a must this morning. Got my cup right here sitting on the counter in front of me. It's a normal day for some, a little extra for others. Actually, more toward a little extra for a lot of folks. 78 this afternoon, sun and clouds. Shouldn't be too bad of a day after that fog goes away this morning. But one more dry day, completely dry day, and then we see those clouds increase as we head into your Saturday, and that big cold front gets here on Sunday. That's going to increase our rain chances significantly. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you, and thank you for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When we come back, a home improvement chain offers a discount honoring first responders across the nation.